It's time for another creative journal spread. This is my creative, no. Okay, it's time for a new gratitude journal spread. This is different than the creative journal. This is just gratitude. This idea came out of, instead of having a gratitude list on my planner or just kind of in my journal, I thought I would rather make something creative based around a theme each time. So this isn't something that I do as regularly as I use my creative journal. This is kind of a special thing. So I'll show you some of the spreads that we've already done, and there'll be a link at the end of this video if you want to go back and watch. I'm still filling this one in. That's kind of the idea of it, is that you have a place to sit, like grab this and sit down and add to it constantly. So this one was, I think I called it a garden of answered prayer or something like that, a garden of gratitude. I don't remember, but each petal I write something specific that I'm thankful for that's happened recently. This one was a thank you letter to God based on a thank you note. See, isn't that cool? And now today, the verse that came to my mind that I wanted to use, and it happened when this came in a subscription box from Archer and Olive, and this, see how it says day and night? They're just papers that each paper kind of represents something about the day. There's beautiful sunsets and sunrises and sky pictures and stuff like that. And then there's one for night, and it had nighttime pictures. But what came to my mind was that verse in Lamentations: the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases, his mercies never come to an end, they are new every morning. And so I flipped through this book and I found this paper I really liked. It just makes me think of it. They're new every morning. And what I struggle with in the morning is I call it the word before the world. So before I pick up my phone, look, I made a little phone, I want to have my time with God. And so that's what all of this is how all of this came to be. This is like nighttime, early morning, when you wake up and you're tempted to grab your phone. I know I could have made a much more elaborate phone. Doesn't that look like a preschooler did it? But it's what it is. It's just cardstock with pieces of Post-it notes cut smaller. And then on this side, I wanted to take this cloud paper and like tear it into even more clouds and dot it around here. And on each thing, write something about God's mercy that's new every morning, like these small morning mercies. Before you even roll over and look at your phone, before you even put your feet on the floor, to think about the things that God has been so merciful to provide. I mean, a warm bed, the dog that's laying in bed with you or at your feet, your partner, whatever it is. These feelings of what came to my mind the other morning was all of those women that are in places where there is a war going on around them, and there is a legitimate chance that their house could be bombed while they sleep. That is not me. I sleep in peace and security, and I am so thankful for that. So anyway, I'll quit yammering and we'll just start doing it. But if you don't have, you can get scrapbook paper anywhere. You probably have stuff in your stash. I'm not even going to believe you if you say you don't. But get yourself either maybe just a black piece of paper, or draw a square and color it in dark so it represents nighttime or early morning. I grabbed some washi that I thought might, I don't love the black, but it'll be fine. Okay, I'm gonna tape this down. This is just double-sided tape. I could glue it, but I'm not gonna. Okay. And then I'm gonna just use some washi as a border. I was going to leave room to write before the world, or no, what was I going to write? I wanted room to write the verse. So I better scooch that up and scooch this down. I'm not going to write before the world though. I'm going to write, maybe I'll write that's a long verse. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. That's going to be a lot to fit on there, but I think I can do it. Okay. And where's my phone? This gratitude journal is less about writing. My creative journal has a lot of space to write, and it's much larger than this. But this gratitude one is kind of just more artistic with, obviously there will be places to write, but not like long stream of conscious writing. It's more like little kind of blurbs and bullet points like that. But if you did this in a larger journal, you would have more room to do more writing if that's, good grief, if it's more of your style. All of this is just, I hope that it just kind of gives you an idea of, that it is just like a launching place for your own creativity. Like, I didn't have any black cardstock. It was in one of those little pads, and I'd already used up all the black for something else. I do have a pink case on my phone though, so that's why I outlined it in pink. So grab a glue stick since it's right here. And if you're more artistic, like in terms of drawing and stuff, you could make these little things look like actual apps on your phone. But I'm not, so I didn't. Okay, what did I say? I want this up top because I'm going to do part of the writing here and part of the writing there. I like this one. It's got multiple colors on it. This, I think, oh, I don't know. Maybe this was Happy Planner washi. I don't know if you care if I tell you where I get stuff. If you see something that I have and you really want to know where it comes from or whatever, just comment and I'll tell you. I read the comments every night when we're watching TV and stuff, is when I usually check and see what all y'all saying. Okay. Though I will not be doing that tonight because I have a cohort meeting for my school. I have 2 of them. Okay, I'm gonna just tear, first of all, you know how when you tear paper that's printed on one side and not on the other, maybe you don't know this, but when you tear it, see how so much white is showing right there? Sometimes, there's none showing on that side. Let me see what happens when I tear it this way. That's okay. Okay, forget I said anything. It's fine, it's fine. If you don't like all this white on the edges, then I think if you tear it from the other direction, flip your thing over, then you won't have as much white showing. But what I wanted is enough of a place to write something, I don't know what, like that. And I'm just gonna kind of stagger them. Like something that like what I consider to be a morning mercy. Like his mercies are new every morning. That one's too big. I don't want it to be that big. I don't like to do anything in even numbers. It's except for by dogs. I like to have 2 dogs and 2 cats. I don't have any dogs right now, but I mean, whenever I'm doing these kinds of things, it'll either be, I'll do 1, 3, or 5, or something like that. I won't just do 4 or 2, and I have no idea why. It's just something about, it's just my thing. So those are all kind of unique shapes. So, and then cover up the birds. Go like that, like that. There. Like, this one seems kind of long to me though. I'm gonna trim it a little. It's kind of cute. I don't know, whatever, it's fine. Okay, so I didn't hear that. Let me stick these down. Another thing that you could do, if you don't have the paper that you think you need to have, is doodle it. Sketch it out, doodle it, or just make boxes of daytime colors, nighttime colors. Okay. Now I'm gonna use a darker, maybe I'll just actually use black over here. I don't know if I'll do that. Let's do this. Ooh, that one's never even been used. These are the zebra click art. You probably saw me low-key panicking to use a brush pen on one of these spreads. I don't know if it was this one or not. I don't think it was, but brush lettering makes me so nervous, so I'm just gonna go with this. Okay, this is a verse I have memorized, so I don't even need to look it up, but I do need to space it out. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. That's 8. So that's basically like 4 and 4. But that's, steadfast is a long word. I'm just gonna go for it. Okay. His mercies never come to an end. Space. They are new every morning. So that's 10, 11, 12. That's 13. Never come to an end. That all needs to go up all in one line. I'm gonna run out of room. It also, the last of that verse is, great is thy faithfulness. I'm not gonna have enough room to write that whole thing. Since the focus is morning mercies, And I'm just gonna leave it there. They are new every, I don't have enough, but I'll put some washi over there to make it balance out. I'm gonna go, where's that flag? Okay, now I'll do something up there too. Just kind of make it balanced. I don't know, that's the only word I can think of. I don't want to go that far. So that there's some similar colors on each side. Okay, what I was gonna say is now I'm gonna get, I think, a colored pencil and go around that just to make it sort of stand out. But what color? I'm gonna choose a color from over here to make it over there. And it seems like the main color over here is like yellow. So I'm gonna get, what I might do, this would be even easier. I love these Crayola Twistables. I use them in my Bible note-taking. I just love them. So I think that would be easier to go over it. It's almost like highlighting. So I'm gonna go over this. I'll speed this up too. Okay, so the next time, so you've created this, close it and set it away. Don't fill it out right now. Spend some time thinking about it, meditating on it, praying about it. Really think. And when you wake up tomorrow morning or whenever, and you start to go to look at your phone, don't do it, and instead spend some time really considering the mercies of God that are brand new this morning. And get your coffee. Hey, there's a morning mercy. Your coffee or tea, and sit in your quiet place and open this that you made and begin to jot down. There's a place to do 5 things of whatever it is. But when we begin to really focus and look for the way that God shows us his mercy freshly every day, it changes our outlook. Okay, if you want to watch the video where I made either one of these spreads, there'll be a playlist, and check it out. And until next time, life is messy. Just keep journaling. See you soon.